Welcome to Speak English with Energy.
Hey there, English learners. Welcome to our show.
Today, we're talking about using ChatGPT to learn English every day.
You know, I use it daily to practice conversations. It's really helpful for getting instant feedback on my speaking skills.
That's so cool, Victor. I've been using it to learn new vocabulary. Like the other day, I was chatting with ChatGPT about a movie, and it taught me a bunch of expressions related to film.
Exactly. It's amazing how it can adapt to our learning needs. For example, I was struggling with understanding some idioms. ChatGPT broke them down for me and gave me examples.
Now, let's dive into how we use ChatGPT in our daily English learning routine.
I use ChatGPT every morning to practice my English. It helps me get into a routine of learning new vocabulary. For instance, I ask it to explain a word I don't know.
That's really helpful. I've done that too with phrases I've heard in movies.
Exactly. And then I try to use the word in a sentence. ChatGPT checks my sentence for grammar and suggests improvements.
I've had similar experiences. It's amazing how much it can help with grammar. I've also used it to learn idiomatic expressions.
Yes, idioms can be really tough to understand, but ChatGPT makes it easier. I remember one time I was trying to understand the idiom break a leg. ChatGPT explained that it means good luck, especially for performers. Now I feel more confident using it in conversations.
It's great that you've had such positive experiences with ChatGPT. I think it's a really useful tool for anyone learning English. But some people think ChatGPT will replace human teachers.
That's a common misconception, I think.
What do you mean by that, Victor?
Well, ChatGPT is great for explanations and examples. But human teachers provide feedback and guidance.
That's a great point, Victor. I never thought of it that way.
I use ChatGPT to learn new vocabulary every day. For instance, I was reading an article about travel, and I came across the word itinerary.
Oh, I've seen that word before, but I'm not sure what it means.
ChatGPT explained that it's a planned route for a trip. Now I can use that word in conversations with friends.
What if you're having a conversation and you forget the word?
That's the beauty of ChatGPT. You can quickly look it up. So, one practical tip is to use ChatGPT to learn new vocabulary every day.
That sounds like a great idea. How do you do it?
Well, I write down a list of words I want to learn. And then I look them up on ChatGPT to get the definitions and examples.
I see. And what if you forget a word during a conversation?
That's okay, it happens to me too, but then I try to describe the word. And if I still can't remember, I make a mental note to look it up later.
That's a good strategy, and it helps to build your vocabulary over time.
Exactly, and another tip is to practice active listening.
How do you practice active listening with ChatGPT?
I ask ChatGPT to summarize a conversation or a text. And then I try to repeat it back in my own words.
That's a great way to improve your listening and speaking skills.
And one common mistake to avoid is not reviewing what you've learned. I recall using ChatGPT to learn idioms daily. It suggested phrases like break a leg for good luck.
That's interesting. How did you practice using them?
I'd create short stories incorporating the phrases. ChatGPT then corrected my grammar and pronunciation.
Did you notice an improvement in your speaking skills?
Yes, my friends commented on my improved English.
That's great feedback. What idioms did you find most useful?
Phrases like call it a day for stopping work.
I'll have to try that. Thanks for the tips.
So to recap, we talked about using ChatGPT for daily English practice. We discussed how it helps with vocabulary and grammar, and also how it improves listening and speaking skills.
That's right. And I think the key is to be consistent. Try to practice every day, even if it's just for a few minutes.
Exactly, and one actionable tip is to review what you've learned regularly. Don't just learn something new and then forget it the next day.
I like that. It's like how we learn any new skill, right? We need to keep practicing to get better.
Well, thanks for tuning in to this episode of Speak English with Energy.
See you next time on Speak English with Energy.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep speaking English with energy. See you in the next episode.